Hey, I hope you're having an awesome day. This time of year, there's lots of great Christmas movies on, and of course, one of my favorites from the '40s is "It's a Wonderful Life." And I just saw it for the first time like 6 years ago, right? And now I watch it. I make myself watch it every year for a couple reasons. First of all, I think everyone should watch it just to realize just how blessed we are, and second of all, Donna Reed is smoking hot, Mary's rocking. Anyway, but there's a couple parts of that movie last night that kind of struck me that I hadn't really noticed before, and a couple of them. First of all, I think the scene where they're on the phone together is just probably one of the most romantic scenes I've ever seen in a movie. Not to get all romantic and goopy on you, but the other thing is on their honeymoon, when they're in the back of the car, and everyone's run to the bank, and he has to go to work, right? And then he ends up meeting Mary in the old dilapidated hotel, and she's got the rotisserie chicken going on with the candlelight for their honeymoon, right? After they're supposed to go to New York and Bermuda and all that stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, how cool is that you got a woman that understands sometimes what a man's got to do? Because I know a lot of women are like, you know what, screw this, man. I'm not putting up with this crap. It's our honeymoon, and he's going to work. What's the deal? But it was what's in his heart. The other part that I think is just really amazing is guys, and I'm in the same boat. We have a hard time asking for help, whether it's for directions, whether it's for addiction help, whether it's for help in finances, whether it's help finding a job, whatever it is. Guys have a hard time asking for help because it's a sign of weakness, at least for us. And the second thing is we want to be able to figure it out on our own. We want to do it on our own. The typical joke is guys never ask for directions. I'll figure it out, and they end up getting further away from where they want to be in the first place. And without Mary in that movie, without the great woman who loved him and loved him unconditionally through everything, because he was rude in the movie, even when they were the courtship, he was a jackass. And but without Mary, they're not getting out of that hole. She's the one that ran out looking for George. She's the one that went out there and asked for help. She's the one that told everyone that he was in trouble. And because of that, not only did he get the $25,000 from across the seas from the guy who wanted to marry in the first place, but also from all of his friends who came up and said, you know what, this is George Bailey. We got to look after this guy. Because she was the one that was willing to ask for help. He was the richest man in Bedford Falls. I just think that's interesting. And I think it's important. We talk about this in Curry and Claypool all the time about there's three parts of a relationship. You got the man, you got the woman, you got the relationship. It's important to remember that you got to work together. And sometimes, guys, it's not such a bad idea to ask for help. And sometimes it takes a good woman to make that happen. I think it's great. Merry Christmas.